Hi everybody, this will be part 6 in the solar system animation tutorial series in Maya. Last video we talked about how to add a solar system kind of scaling motion with the sun. The previous video we talked about how to, previous video before that, talked about how to add the rotate based animation with the planets. So this video we're going to talk about how to add a movement based animation with the asteroid. So I'm going to first move my asteroid a good distance away out here in the vast area of space, and I'm going to rotate it down some, so basically it's angled. Okay. And what I want to do is have this asteroid over time move from one side of the screen to the other. Okay, so it's going to pass through our solar system as it moves over time. So we're going to follow the same structure we did before. We're going to have the object position where we want to be for the initial start of the motion. I'm going to move to frame 1. I have my asteroid selected and hit S to set a keyframe. Alright, one thing I did want to note before we set our second keyframe is if I try to move this, it's not going to move based off of that angle. It's going to move, however we have it set up with our basic default position. And that's called world space position. If I double click on my move tool over here, it opens up my tool settings and my axis orientation set to world, which means the axis is not following the angle of the object. If I change that axis orientation to object, watch what happens. That one axis is going to follow that angle of that object. So now when I move this object, it follows that angle, however it's rotated. So that's kind of what we want it to do here. So with that axis orientation changed to object, keyframe on frame 1, and then I'm going to move my keyframe, my timeline to frame 360. I'm just going to zoom out and go into wireframe mode. With that angle, with the object orientation, I'm just going to move this to somewhere else way over here on the other side of the scene here. That'll work. And I'm going to hit the S key. So basically, once again, I only have 2 keyframes. One on frame 1, where my asteroid is way up here on the top left. And then one on frame 360. If I scrub the timeline, you can see it is animating. Okay. Now what we just want to make sure is that as it gets closer to our planets, that it's not actually colliding with any of the planets. Looks pretty good here. Yep, it gets a little closer to Jupiter, but no, it's not going to hit anything. So that way, over time, let's zoom in here and let's look. All our planets are going to rotate. Our sun is scaling. Here comes our asteroid. There goes our asteroid across the scene. So that's how we can create a movement animation with 2 keyframes, one on frame 1, one on frame 360. And the asteroid is going to rotate, or just, move throughout the scene, not rotate. So that is just going to be a translate Y and Z movement animation there. Alright, so that'll wrap up this quick video of how to add movement animation to the solar system animation. Next video we'll talk about how to take the spaceship and create a path constraint animation.